Today we're going to be talking about translations. This is going to pertain specifically to moving figures and shapes on graphs. First, we're going to look at some definitions. The first one is translation, and this is going to be a movement of a direction or of a figure that involves a slide in the X or Y axis on a coordinate plane. And more than one movement may take place. Most of the time you're going to see these translations happen on the X and the Y axis. So it's going to say move left a certain and down a certain, or right and up, some sort of combination. You can see on the picture on your notes that when you move a translation, the direction that the figure is not going to change. So the triangle you can see moved, but it's still facing the same direction. So we're going to look at two ways that you can translate figures. And so the first method is going to be to plot your original point. So that's what you're going to do first. You're going to plot your points. So it says we have -2, +3. Then we have -6, +3. And then we have -2 and 7. So here's our triangle. And now we want to translate this figure 8 units to the right and 5 units down. So our second step is going to be to move 8 units to the right. So move your points. So we're going to move them 8 units to the right first and then down. So if we start with this one right here, we're going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then down 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and plot our new point. Then we're going to start with our next one right here in green, and we're going to move it 8 to the right and 5 down. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and down 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now our last one is this one, and we're going to go again 8 right and 5 down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, down 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now we can connect our triangle. And you can see these triangles are still facing the same direction, which is this way. It has just been shifted to a new place on our graph. Step 3 is to connect your points, which we just did. These points are going to be called your prime points. So, if we look originally on our original graph, this was point A, this was, let's see, B, and this was C. So on our new graph, this is going to be A prime, B prime, and C prime. And the prime is designated by almost an apostrophe-like symbol. Step 4 is going to be to list your new points. So list new points. And so that's going to be, and we want to do it in order A, then B, and C prime. So A prime is 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, comma, -2. B is 1, 2, 1, -2. And C is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, +2. And then you're done. So your next method is going to be an addition method. So your first step is going to be to plot your points. So plot points. So we are going to go ahead and do that. So A is going to be 3, 1, 2, 3, -2. B is going to be 3, -6. 2, 3. And then C is going to be 7, 2. So there is our triangle right there. And now we want to translate this figure left 9 and it says down 4, but it's not going to fit on that graph. So go ahead and put that as up. So now that we've plotted our points, our second step is going to be to add. So we are going to add to the x value. So if we look, it says translate left 9, and that's this way. So that's going to be our x, which means it's going to be a -9. So for each one, we're just going to move right down here. And as we add, we're going to make our new points. So if we started at 3, and we say 3 plus -9, that's going to give us -6. So there's that one. For B, we're going to say, again, 3 plus -9. These are our x values over here, which is going to give us -6. And then we're going to say 7 plus -9, and that's -2. And then we're going to do the same thing for step 3. Add to the y value. So I'm going to go ahead and erase these x values so we can do it again with our y. And if we are going up 4, that means it's a positive number because we're going to the positive side. So we're going to add 4. We're going to say -2 plus 4 because we're starting here. That is going to be 2, so -6, 2. And then we're going to say -6 plus 4. That is going to be -2. And then we have -2. Again, plus 4 is -2. So now that we have our points in step 4, we can graph them. So we have -6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, +2. And I'm sorry, this one should be a +4 right here. That is my mistake. Then we have a -6, -2. And then we have a -2, +2. Connect our triangle. Sorry, I'm a little off right there. And there are our new points. And we want to label them. So originally this is A, B, and C. So this is A prime, B prime, and C prime. Now, here's our next one. It gives you the 3 points, and then it wants you to move them left 8 and down 4. I want you to go ahead and try this on your own using either of the 2 methods, and then once you're done, press play and see if you got it right. I'm going to go ahead and start. I'm going to plot my points. So I have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I have 2, 5, and 6, 6. So it's a very skinny triangle, but it's still a triangle. We want to translate the figure left 8 and down 4. I'm going to go ahead and use the first method since I don't have enough room to work everything out, but you should get the same answer either way. So if we start with, here's A, B, and C. We'll start with A. So we want to go left 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then we'll do B. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then C. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we can connect our figure. Say A prime, B prime, C prime. And we need to list our points. So I'm just going to list them down here because I don't have a lot of room. But you don't have to put them on your graph. So A is going to be -5 and up 1, 2, 3, 4. So -5, 4. B is going to be -6, 5. And C is -2 up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So those should be your points. So make sure you bring these notes in with you tomorrow so we can work with translations in class.